Hi everyone, welcome back to the nest. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome back to my old subscribers as well as my new subscribers. So this is my video, my progress report for the No Paper Left Behind for the month of July. And if you'll remember, what I'm doing is that I had that big bin of unfinished projects and a few skeleton pads and stuff that I'm really wanting to use rather than just tossing them and throw them away. I can't bring myself to do that, but it's really starting to wear on me having that stuff in my craft room, so I'm using it. And this was the one I had. I don't remember how many sheets before I started cutting it up to make cards, because I was really needing to make some birthday cards, and I wanted to use what I had left of this for that. However, when I was looking at the pad, for some reason I had slid 2 pieces of graphic 45 paper in here, and I feel sure that it was probably to keep it from doing stuff like that right there. See where it's bent and everything? I feel sure that's probably why I did that way back when, long before I actually started doing this challenge where you use an entire kit. And if you're not sure what No Paper Left Behind is, you can look in the description box below. Go to Daniella Hayes, and then in her playlist she gives a great definition of what No Paper Left Behind is, since how she's the one who created it. But this is what I'm doing. It's a personal challenge, so this is what I'm doing and my progress. Now, last progress report I showed you all of these cards. I don't remember how many they were last week that I've made already, so I just put them in that box to where I could keep everything organized. And this week I didn't make nearly as many cards. I was a little sidetracked with some other things, but I did make some different kind of cards. So there was a sheet of, the other sheet of graphic 45 paper was called, sorry, I need to get this little, was called Once Upon a Springtime, and it was the frames. And so there were two frames, like there was a big frame and then there was something inside each frame. So this is what I used for that. And here is the largest one of the frames. I wasn't real certain what I was going to do with this piece of paper, and that's just stuck in there temporarily. I'm having to do this. I was going to do this tomorrow night and give you a progress report, but I'm needing to get this uploaded Thursday night because this goes to our daughter. This is her birthday card for tomorrow. Not that you all needed to know that, but there you go, and there you have it, as Susie Tootsie Tucker says. But anyway, I've double matted it on. This is the heavyweight cardstock. The cream is heavyweight, the 100-pound cardstock, and then there's a olive green, and then this is the part of the frame here, and so this is the middle section of the frame. This is one of the pieces of ephemera where I cut up those pieces of paper that I said that I was using specifically for ephemera. So I added that here. There is a magnet behind it, and it opens up like this, and then there's another one of those little pieces. Totally different collection, but I think I did pretty good at making it work. I did ink around the edge here. And then down here in the corner, these flowers, as you can see, they're quite dimensional. The 2 larger ones are the little birdie flowers that I had bought at Tuesday morning. And then the vine here, that's a mulberry type paper as well, was in with this package. But then the smaller little roses are some that I've had for a long time, and I'm not sure if those came from I Am Roses or the other mulberry flower rose company that the name escapes me right now. I can't remember. They're over in China, I think. But then down here in the corner, I used one of the little cutouts that I was showing you last week that I was trying to use up, and that comes from scrap, my scrap green pieces where I die cut those. So then on the back, it is an easel card, like so. And on the back, I made this little pocket to tuck money down in there, and then I'm just going to seal it with just some score tape to where we can seal it in there. But this is another centerpiece of one of these smaller ones here on this page. So there's one. I'm going to stick this back in here so we can sign it. I just had it temporarily there so we can sign it and give it to her. Then I guess the next thing I'll show you is this. Oh, and speaking of our daughter, if you want to see pictures of the baby, stick around. I'll show you at the end of this. This is another card that I made with another one of the little frames. I just put it on the card sideways and then ran the little fairy straight up and down. Used some of my scrap mirrored gold cardstock. This is one of those little cut aparts that I backed with some cream colored cardstock that was left over from this, and I popped it up on some foam dots, as you can see, and then more of the little ferns that I had die cut. And then this piece of paper that you see right in behind here, the papers that I was working with, I didn't have one left over that I felt like would go with the little fairy. So I pulled this out of a little scrap bin drawer that I had. So I used that there. And it is, I forgot to tell you that there's the white card base, and then cream, and then this, and then this. So it's double layered, or double matted there. I did ink my edges, and then on the inside, this is what I did. So this is another one of the little frames. Scrap piece of the paper is the backing of the frame. I'm not sure where the inside of this, the little fairy part, went. I don't know if it was even there when I started with this paper, but I can't find it. I've lost it. So I just put some little ferns in there. So there's my next one. And then we'll move on to this. So this is my very first Memory Decks card. And I did it my way. So it's a Memory Decks card, as you can see, but it's also a shaker. And this is another one of the frames, but I use the really thick black foam that I get from Hobby Lobby. It's really dense and it holds up, and when I'm using that, I cut the whole thing out so that for some reason, if you did want to run it through the mail, then when the recipient gets it, it's going to still stay solid. You know what I mean? For if it's on like lots and lots of mail, this won't crush. So that's why I do that. But then there's just some sequins in there, and then I put some gold leaves as well. The cardstock that I have behind here is just I think it was some basil cardstock, green with some little dots on it. And then I'm still using my scrap mirrored gold cardstock here. So the little, where the little dragonfly is, this pulls out like this. And I was real happy with this little pull out until I got down here at the bottom. I'm not extremely pleased with how that turned out because you can barely read what it says, and I don't know what I was thinking. I know better than to put vellum like that on there, but it was already glued on. It was too late. So it says you make me smile, so I don't know. I actually had plans to send this to someone, but I may just keep it just because of that, and because I wasn't that happy with it, that part. The rest of it I'm great with. But here's another one of these little frames with the little fairy inside. This is part of the Crafter's Companion. These are Crafter Companion dies, not the butterflies, but this, and then part of this. This is just part of one of the little fairy collection. I think the dragonfly is as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, it isn't. That's actually Creative Memories. And then there's a little leaf on the back, and I think that is a Crafter's Companion. So there that is. And then it just slides right back down in here like that. And then it opens like this. And here's another one of the little frames, still using my scrap pieces of the gold metallic paper. And then there's some green, just a little bit of olive green backing there. I left this blank intentionally. And then you flip it over on the back, and it's just plain, but there is a pocket. And since I didn't do like a test run, it slides in and out better if I open the memory decks rather than just pulling it out. But I put a little pull tab on here to where I could put my information. So there that is, my very first memory decks card. This took me forever because I just wasn't sure where I was going with it. And this little piece right here at the bottom is actually, whoops, I actually took and cut the bottom of this off to use it at the bottom. So there's my first memory decks card. But you all tell me what you all would do if you weren't 100% good with something that you had made for the very first time. Would you keep it and hold on to it to where you could refer back to it, or would you send it on? Because I would say 99% of the time when I'm making something for the very first time, I usually am making it specifically for someone. This wasn't specifically for someone. I know that there's a lot of the memory decks, a lot of people wanting memory decks cards right now, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it because I'd been wanting to make a memory decks card, and I thought, what better time. But I didn't really have anyone specifically in mind for it. So what would you guys do? Let me know down in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. And then the last thing I did this week is I made one more card, and it's this one. And then it just has this inside, and then I still need to put a solid piece here to where I can write. But that's it. That's all that I was able to get done this week. I know it's horrible. It's horrible. I just knew that I was going to be able to get through no more than what I had. I'll show you what else I have. Let's see here. Turn this around. So remember, I cut these down. These were full 12 by 12 pieces, and there's another little scrap of that one that I used here. So I just tossed it in here. I'm going to use it, you know. If I have it out and it will go with something, then it will go. So But then see, I have all these little scraps, and then here's just some more little squares, and I'm wanting to make more cards or something to where I can get through this. I thought that I would have this done and then I could move on to another one this month, but it just isn't the case because I have other things going on besides what's going in my craft room that I have obligations to. So, but I've been craving to craft for a long time, and I needed to get back in here. So anyway, that is my progress report for No Paper Left Behind. And so if you don't want to see the baby, then you can just, you can click off now. But thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you, each and every one of you. Okay, so let's see, which one should I start with? Which one? Oh yeah, this one. So this is the day that they were bringing her home from the hospital. Meet Ensley. It's E-N-S-L-E-Y. Ensley. Look at those little jaws. Okay, and let me see. Don't look at me, but look at the baby. I know. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then, let's see. So, she looks a lot like her mom when she was a baby. Of course, she's in the picture here. Her mom. But can you see the resemblance? And let's see. So this is the 4th of July. They brought her to Papa and Gigi's house. And her outfit was wearing her, but I swear it doesn't matter because she's so cute. She can overcome anything. Those are little things on her legs, or little leggings, like 1980s leggings, and they were almost like a sweater material or something. They were so cute. They were so cute. There's my son holding her. I'm hoping that he'll get baby fever too. And then your last one. Look at that smile. Yeah, that's it. So, I'm a grandmother and I'm loving it. I'm just trying to give the parents their space and not be one of those grandparents that just show up on the doorstep at any given time. I'm just trying to respect Mama and Daddy, but let them know that I'm there for them anytime they need us. So, anyway, that's it. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for watching. I miss you all tremendously. I do want to say something to each and every one of you. I have not been watching hardly any videos whatsoever, and I'm completely out of the loop. Completely out of the loop. If I'm lucky, I get to watch maybe one video a day, sometimes two, and if I do, I'll leave a comment. But other than that, I just have not had time, and I am so sorry. There's some ladies with this No Paper Left Behind that I haven't even got to say hi to yet, and I think that's horrible, and I apologize so much for that. I can't keep up, but I wanted to craft, and I wanted to do this challenge this month just because, one, I thought that it would keep me in the house a little bit longer, which so far that isn't happening as much, but a little bit more. And two, I like the personal challenges because it makes me feel like I have to do something personally. You don't have to, but personally it forces me and keeps me accountable, I guess you could say, to get rid of some of these things, because I had this goal and I'm wanting to get rid of it, and which I don't foresee it happening, but if I can't at least finish up this and the scraps that I was showing you back there, then I'm not putting it back in that box. It's going. I'm using it, or it's going altogether. It's either going in the garbage, or I'll pass it along somehow. It'll go in a giveaway box or something, you know. But if I can't, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it isn't going back in the box. If I'm using it or losing it, one or the other. I think there was a challenge of that, about that a while ago. But anyway, I am rambling now. It's late, and I want to get this done to where it will upload and be uploaded for you tomorrow morning when you wake up. So as I'm going to bed, you guys are waking up. Yes, I'm getting silly. I hope everyone's doing good. Like I said before, I miss you all. I love you. I hope everyone's staying safe. Please, 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 please wear your mask when you're out in public. Use hand sanitizer. One of my friends locally here who has recovered from COVID and has been over it for a month and a half was telling me yesterday that she can't get her lungs back. And that girl could work circles around me. I mean, physical circles, physical hard labor. She was just a go, 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 and she can't do it anymore. So please, I'm begging you, please wear your mask, use your hand sanitizer, wash your hands, keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, and let's just continue to pray for one another. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.